But back before I was high enough level, we were in, I think it was called the Hidden Valley, ironically, or the Secret Valley or something like that. And there was a sort of rundown ruins and temple that we went to. And as mentioned, this is before I ended up becoming the Seeker of the Song sort of thing, and was just a normal bard. We went along into this temple area, and we there was a lower level that we couldn't get to, but it was incredibly dark down there. And what happened was that the party were all sitting there waiting to see if we could figure out what it was. And I had this idea. I'm like, hey, what if I cast light on this rock and we toss it down there so that we can see what's down there before we jump down? And everyone agreed. Great idea. And so I did that. I picked up a rock, cast the spell light on it so that it illuminated, and dropped it down the hole. It hit something before it hit the ground, and what I saw freaked me out because this was before I knew what this monster even was, which is kind of sad, but I was still not as well versed in monsters as other members of our Dungeons and Dragons group were. And so as soon as I said, I saw like 5 little tentacles with eyes coming towards us. Everyone around the table, you can hear a pin drop. Because up comes floating a beholder. I hit a beholder in the head. For anyone who does not know what a beholder is a giant eyeball monster. And if you are within sight of its big eyeball, you can't use magic. Magic doesn't work. It's its anti-magic field. And each of the little tentacle eyeballs up on the top of its head can each do a very, very different spell sort of effect. The most famous being Disintegrate. And so we ran for the hills. We tried to fight it at first, but we ended up running for our lives because our lives depended on it. And that made for a very interesting scenario. Eventually, we did go back. And we're like, okay, so we can't see where the beholder is. Maybe it moved. And so I'm like, okay, I'll cast light on a rock again and we'll drop it down the hole. How many people can say that they dropped a rock on a beholder's head twice? Because that's exactly what happened. I hit a beholder in the head with a rock twice without even actually trying. And so ensues a fight. And we ended up running away because we weren't fully prepared to just go after the beholder. And we're like, we have to actually plan this out accordingly because beholders scare everyone. Because they can kill you within 2 seconds flat. And so, fast forward to attempt number 3. We had a better idea to potentially, I don't remember which spell we used. It was either Dimension Door or Teleport. It might have been Teleport because we couldn't really see where we were going. And we transported half the party down there after I dropped a rock on the beholder for a 3rd time. And so half the party went down immediately. And so the beholder didn't start coming up, it started paying attention to them, and the other half of the party, we featherfalled straight down into the hole and onto the right level. And so we finally, after me hitting the beholder in the head with a rock 3 times, mind you, we eventually were able to destroy and kill the thing.